Let me tell you about my second rental house. This is Rick Jarman, Real Estate Investing Old School. You know, when I bought my first rental house, man, everything went smooth. I got a good deal on it. I'm thinking, man, this is all right. So I buy my second rental house. There's a friend of mine's mom. She owned some property, and she was getting out of the rental business, and she was trying to sell a little old 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. And she wanted, I can't remember if it's 75, I think it was $7,500. That'd be about right, because I think I had to pay $500 down. And she financed it for me. 10% interest, $7,000, $150 a month. Now that was good even in them days. This is 1982. So, you know, I'm thinking, I go in, I get the house fixed up, and I get it ready to rent. It's gonna rent for about $250, so I'm gonna make a good $100, you know, on my rent. That's good money. So I get it all fixed up and I get it ready to rent. I have a young lady comes to see the house. Now she's telling me she's got the first month's rent, she's got the security deposit, she's ready to move. And I'm thinking, all right, there ain't gonna be nothing to this. This is gonna be easy. I take her money, I do a little old lease. You know, back in, you didn't have the internet and everything like you do today. You couldn't check folks out. I didn't even know to check with a previous landlord. Big mistake on my part. Well, anyway, when I was remodeling this house, getting it ready to rent, the lady lived next door. I gave her my phone number. I said, look, if you ever see anything going on around my house here, give me a call. Well, because back then you didn't have cell phones, folks. You had landlines. The lady moves in that's renting the house. Everything seems fine. She's not in it 2 weeks. I get a call in the middle of the night from the lady next door. I'm asleep. My wife was in the hospital. She was having some surgery, and I'm at home. My mother's helping me. I got 2 kids under 3 years old at this time, working my job, doing my side work, and visiting my wife in the hospital. So I'd gotten home, and I'd hit that bed, and I was pressing that mattress. I want you to know I was sawing some logs. I was tired. Well, my phone rings. It's the lady next door. She says, mister, if you won't see your house before it burns down, you better get down here fast. And I'm trying to get awake. And I'm saying, do what? Do what? She said, mister, if you won't see your house before it burns down, you better get down here fast. Man, I jumped up, put my clothes on, got my truck, and rode down there. And sure enough, man, there's flames boiling out of that house. And I'm like, darn, you know, God, dog. Well, anyway, they get the fire out. So the next day, I'm assessing the damages. I meet the insurance adjuster, and they want to total it. Well, you know, I got a good deal on this house. I had good financing. I don't want to total it. So I talked to a friend of mine. I was still working in maintenance at the university, but I had a friend that was a contractor, and he put in a bid on it for me to let me do the work. So I had $10,000 worth of insurance on it. So I was able to go in, do the work, and get it remodeled. Man, it's just like a new house now, you know. So I'm good to go. I learned a lot, folks. I learned a lot. Like I said, I was green as a cucumber. That lady come up with that money, first month's rent, security deposit. Man, I like tore her arm off getting that money. I didn't know better. I know better now. You know, back then you couldn't check folks out like you can now. You know, you might get up with a previous landlord, but I didn't even know to do that. So folks, real estate can be forgiven. You can make a lot of mistakes and still come out. But anyway, I rented the house after that, rented it for years. It was a good rental house. I'm gonna try to start telling you things that happened. It might be the week it happened, or it might have been years ago. But I just want to share some of these things with you, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Let's just make Sunday fun day here. We won't be going over all the hard stuff. So y'all have a good day. I hope you enjoy this. I'll talk with you tomorrow.